This is H4 time frame of gold. First price made this ABCDE expanding triangle correction. After that it made bottom at 1780. Since then it is making a series of higher high, higher low. Because it was impulsive wave Y, this is the reason it did not made any deep retracement. On intraday, it made top on every fib extension level one by one. First it tested 38 projection, then 61, and last week it also tested 200 projection at 1902. After 1902, next fib extension target is 2.382 at 1926. Price can make top at 1902 or 1926. This is our resistance zone. To get more detailed information why price made bottom at 1780, we will go to daily time frame. On this daily time frame, price made this ABCDE symmetrical triangle correction, and this bullish wave C was started after a test of lower trend line near 1780. After breakout of this triangle correction, the first resistance on daily time frame is 1912, then 1960. These two are major resistance for gold. All of these buyers who take their buying entry on retest of this trend line have their first TP at 1912, then 1960. On this daily time frame, this entire area is your resistance zone. Here bulls will take their profit and new seller can enter. To get possible market top, we will go to weekly time frame. On this weekly time frame, you can see after breakout of this trend line, price is testing its first horizontal resistance 1903 and next resistance 1960. This complete price area is your resistance zone on weekly time frame. When you draw a retracement from all-time high to 1677, then 61% retracement is 1923. If 1903 level breaks, then next target will be 1923. Since price made a resistance on every fib retracement level, first it made resistance at 38 near 1830, then 50% retracement at 1876. So you can expect market again making top at 61% retracement at 1923. Because all of the buyers who take entry since 1677 have their TP either 1876 or 1900. If price make top at 1903 or 1960, if it retrace back, then these two trend line will be your support and 1830 will be our key horizontal support. So these three level on weekly time frame are your key support and resistance level: 1903, 1960 and 1830. For intraday trader, you draw your support and resistance and chart pattern on weekly time frame, but trade on 1 hour time frame. Since this 1903 resistance level was tested multiple times on weekly time frame, this is the reason price making top on H1 time frame near 1903. On this H1 time frame, price has this white parallel channel and 1903 is your horizontal resistance This complete trend started from 1780 to 1902, depends on two things: the war between Ukraine and Russia and Fed interest rate decision in March FOMC meeting. If war start and Fed raise interest rate, then it will start global recession. US will not only win Russian export, but it will win every country who are supporting Russia. Even if war did not happen, US will not trade Russia same again because of this new geopolitical tension. If you consider bigger picture, then if Russia invade Ukraine, then China want Taiwan and India want Pakistan. On domestic news media, they have said this thing multiple times. And this can be the reason why these three countries, Russia, China and India, are buying gold. If their currency collapses after war, then only gold can save their currency. And second thing is globalization. When gold prices were going up during trade war, ordinary person did not know what is happening, because today every country have inflation because of that trade war. Similarly, this Ukraine-Russia war condition will be bad for globalization. US companies are one of the biggest beneficiary of globalization trend started in 1992. If all of the country ban US product because of that Ukraine-Russia crisis, then it can bring unemployment and inflation like we are seeing right now because of trade war. Because supply chain disruption was started by trade war, but is what exposed during coronavirus lockdown. If any peaceful news about this crisis came this week or before FOMC meeting, then it will change entire trend, because globalization cannot handle two things at the same time: the war and higher interest rate. If you can see stock market of every country and big stocks like Facebook, then you can see rate hike cycle has not started and war has not started, and their stock has already crashed, and this is just beginning. Focus on two things: Ukraine crisis and March rate hike. Back again on weekly time frame. If Ukraine crisis go away like Chinese Evergrande crisis before Fed rate hike, then banks are still predicting 1400 and 1300 gold price. They are still bearish on gold, and their near term target is 1960 and their downside target is 1680. So everything depends on these two resistance and Ukraine crisis and Fed rate hike in March meeting.